Hello, friends and foes, fays and fiends, and welcome to Quests and Chaos. My name is Alondra Heilman, aka Lady Bedivere, and tonight I shall be your heist handler for the keys from the Golden Vault as we begin our final adventure, Fire and Darkness. This is going to be a fun one because in addition to finishing the book, we are also finishing our campaign. So we're going to have a healthy mix of homebrew to resolve some of the things that our characters have gone through, as well as the written module, just depending on the choices everybody makes. And it's going to be real exciting to see what happens. But before we get into that, as always, the Golden Vault is sponsored by the Deck of Inspiration! We are on a new deck for this module. We are on the 11 to 16 deck.
Whoa.
Which is very exciting. Yeah, I know, right? Wow. We don't use this one often. I think we've used it in a couple of arenas, but we don't have many campaigns that have gotten up to this level. So this is very exciting. You might see all new cards. And if you want to see all of the cards and get your own copy of the Deck of Inspiration, you can go to shop.questsandchaos.com. for that. I made the mistake of putting down my clicker in the wrong spot. Also, as we are wrapping up Golden Vault, we have new programming coming out because we are in Starter Set Summer School. We started last Saturday with the first episode of Tales of the Valiant. We've got another episode of Tales of the Valiant coming up this Saturday. And in honor of so much more summer school happening that's probably going to last through like December because we have so many cool starter sets, we are doing a huge giveaway. We're giving away some of the starter sets that we've played. We're giving away some other stuff. We might be giving away the screen-played Tales of the Valiant with hand-painted minis painted by me. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you'll win them. You can enter our giveaway by going to bit.ly/QNC starter, or you can visit questandchaos.com. We'll keep posting it on our social media. It should be very easy to find. Can we get to the everyone view, please, so that I can distribute some cards from our wonderful patrons? Yay. It is not the top of the month, but it is the top of the module, so we are now distributing our monthly cards. As suggested. These come from our lovely patrons. If you want to distribute cards to incite your own chaos into our game, you can join our Patreon. But for tonight, we have one card from Marokunos, aka Squeal the Bard, to the players.
Whoa.
A or B.
A.
I didn't realize that this was not how we were doing it, but now I've made it my bit, so I have to stay consistent.
Do you want me to read it?
Yes, please.
Yeah, go for it.
Surgical Strike.
Ooh.
You deal maximum damage on a single melee spell or ranged attack. You find the proverbial chink in the armor, reaching a vital area underneath.
The way Christy's head popped up.
Stab? Sneak attack? Oh.
Next we have one from Red Dead Coquette for the players.
Oh.
A or B?
B.
Aggressive.
B. Aggressive. Haldor's Heroic Aura.
Ooh.
Your bravery exudes confidence. All friendly creatures within 10 feet of you gain +2 AC and +2 to all attacks for 10 minutes. Creatures lose this effect if they move more than 10 feet away from you.
Wow.
That is, in fact, aggressive.
Uh-huh.
That is named after Haldor from Chaos Agents Season 2. Then we have from Joseph the Newman, our own Verity, one card for me.
Oh.
Traitor.
I'm going to keep this one. That is Quickest Thinking. Use a reaction to invoke disadvantage on an attack against you or any creature you can see within 80 feet.
Rude.
Damn.
That's good. And this was just for funsies, but I know that one of our beloved watchers of this game is Squirrel on the Run, who loves keys from the Golden Vault, who also incidentally connected with me outside of our gamer lives and our real world lives this week, which was very exciting. She was very helpful. And so in her honor, I am using one of my patron cards for you guys.
Wow, thank you.
This is rare because I almost always only give them to Thomas when he's DMing. That's the only time I ever give out my own patron cards. So.
What is it?
And that's it.
I'm like, I have no memory of this. Critical deflection.
Ooh.
When you are hit with an attack, you may instead deflect it to a creature within 10 feet of you other than the attacker.
Oh, okay.
I missed it by that much.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. And lastly, before we get into the non-recap, Tavern Upkeep is actually now at 51% because we did have some coins come in. We have 1,000 bits from Vanna Loswin
Hey!
for me. Last chance to kill them all. It's fine. As we've established, this is going to be a very lore-heavy episode, so I don't know how much dice rolling is
You're
going to
gonna
happen.
orphan a bunch of orphans.
Can you be double orphaned?
You can,
We're about to find out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. I thought about it for a second. I guess that's fair.
Re-orphaned.
Yeah.
Re-orphan some orphans.
It's just like, changing your name. It's fine. You just get a new one. If you need to get a new one, you can get another one.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Petey's reorphanage.
Catalog.
I don't know what
That's
that
the next camp.
Yeah, I was just say that's the sequel campaign. You all have to come in as level 1 orphans.
Oh, I love that.
And your DM NPC will be the way too overpowered for his actual character
Age?
construct. Pete. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I'm still convinced PD's like 60.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think I've made this reference at least in an After Dark if I haven't already. For those of you who have seen Dungeon Meshi, like, PD is clearly Chillchuck.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Great. I think with that, we're gonna dive right in. All I wrote for our recap is that our party has returned from their jaunt to the Feywilds, but perhaps with more questions than answers. As I am reminded by my loving father that it's garbage night. It's like, wow, that's not unsilent. We return basically where we left off. Gemma, Sloane, Taz, you along with your compatriot Huey returned to, I believe you're at the Black Rose, one of the Black Roses.
Yes, one of
number
our many
12,
franchise divisions.
We picked a random number, but yes. We're at a Black Rose, one of Taz's many franchise bar locations. You felt a seismic shift inside the briefcase of holding, and suddenly Zorhana, Zorhana Adulaire, the lady of the house up in Palisade Hall, appeared looking very frazzled, very exhausted, both visually and mechanically, and a little bit out of herself. You gave her back her spellbook, which she is now clutching to her chest as she sort of just kind of plops down by the big fireplace or whatever and zones out a little bit. And there was a knock on the door, and you were able to admit a very tired but no longer disguised Priscilla. Lady Priscilla Taiga. We are going to fast forward the tiniest little bit through what happens next. There is a flurry of a lot of things just happened. You've got some clearly visibly injured people in Zorhana and Priscilla. Huey immediately kind of clocks that he's like, I should go, like, I'm going to go do the check-ins with everybody here, take care of business on that level, and he decides to take off. Verity did not come with you. Verity chose to instead head to check in with the Countess, so he has stayed in the Feywild. For the three of you, what is the plan for the evening? We're going to say that no business happens. You guys elect to take a long rest before any business happens. Is there anything in particular you want to do while this occurs, or do you just want to kind of shuffle your extra people into some rooms upstairs, set some alarms, which might be literal alarm spells, or it might be Taz, like, I don't know, like balancing cups on door frames and like leaving hairs across door jambs. Rogue shit.
Very sophisticated security here.
That sounds like tabaxi stuff.
Oh
Oh wait, that's putting things up on shelf, not knocking them
not
off.
getting them off. Yeah.
I'm going to put this alarm.
Oh, God. So many problems
Stuart
tonight.
learned 5 minutes before we started that that Taz is a drow, not a tabaxi.
I have that energy.
Tell me what you're doing. I'm going to adjust a camera.
I think making sure Zorhana's like nicely tucked away somewhere.
Yeah. No, as
Food, drink,
as the
yeah.
owner of this establishment, Taz will set you up with whatever you want, including lodging, bed, rest, food, drink.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
I want to check inside the briefcase
Oh yeah.
and try to. Let me see. What did we stuff in there?
It's got to look like.
I want to try to. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's got to look like the ink packet exploded on the money, right?
Sure. Yeah. I'm going to try to pull out the bottle of Boundless coffee, which has more than coffee in
Oh,
it
I
now.
think I have.
Oh,
that
you have that.
currently.
Never mind. I'm going to try to.
I was spiking punch with it.
What about the potion of climbing that we definitely have in there?
You reach in and you pull out a potion of climbing. There's like a little bit of a film on the outside of the bottle. But like it doesn't seem damaged or cracked in any way.
Okay. Put it back in. Well, everything's fine, I guess.
One thing.
I don't know. I'm just okay. I'm gonna reach in and try to pull out the 2 dusts of disappearance that we have.
Yeah, again, there's like a little bit of this like kind of like weird. Again, it looks like just like a little bit of haze or feel. You know, if something's been like sitting on a shelf too long and you've got that little extra like haze, it's kind of got that quality to it, but it's not. Doesn't seem damaged. Still, all seems to be there.
What about any of the art that we threw in there while we were leaving?
Oh, when you guys just like
Yeah.
fully swept the thing. Yeah. Seems fine. None of the magical items seem damaged. Everything seems intact.
What does the film smell like?
I think I just took psychic damage. It smells like the passage of time.
I'm gonna lick it.
Okay.
What does it
Lick
taste
it,
like?
lick it.
Oh,
It's
Space.
something that came from the Feywild, and you shouldn't eat it.
It tastes. It.
No. It is a thing that came from another place because the dust on it is from the gem, right? Which came from a place of origin we do not know.
I turned it
It
off a
was
lick
like
it.
the coven had it though, and like that's like already originating.
So I didn't lick it.
It tastes like. It's a little bit minerally,
Sloane's
little
tongue
bit-
sticks to it.
boggy. It's a little bit. I'm gonna need a con save.
Good.
19.
19. You don't feel like you should continue licking it particularly, but nothing happens.
No, like that. Don't do it. Putting it back inside the bag. What?
No, like no, like
That's how.
you know you ever had one of those lollipops that comes with the candy powder? I feel like you just dumped it back in, swirl it around.
yeah, if only.
Are you guys doing this in the common room? Or
No.
are you doing this private? No,
Right
I'm
on
just
the middle.
Private.
checking. Okay, great. No, just
Probably.
We
oh,
are-
just checking.
We are probably at one of Taz's taverns that has a lower, like a lot lower traffic here. So,
I'm assuming you went. Yeah, you went to one of the ones that is only barely not just a front. There are rooms. There is a stocked bar. You do have secret bolt holes and vents and everything that you can escape from.
Thank goodness.
But there's
vents
not
you
really a
can walk
lot
around
of
in.
patrons. So.
I think that's called a hallway.
That is called a hallway.
no, but it's sealed with a grate, so you know.
But it's got a handle on it.
Taz's new
This is my
business.
Yeah.
Taz's new business is a line of nightclubs called The Vents.
Yes.
Anyway, okay.
I've been looking to get into club promoting. I'm sorry.
That's
You
how
all,
many orphans does it take to promote a club?
I've been looking at going to clubs. So
all of you, barely injured, if at all touched, sit up jibber jabbering, have some drinks. Gemma, eventually, if you so choose, you can head back to the Scholar's Quill, where you will find Dave slinging drinks to a bunch of finals hungover students. So like they haven't actually. It's not a drinking hangover.
I will
it's their
go,
hungover
but
from
I
the
will
finals.
show up at least still disguised as Taz.
You roll in dressed as Taz in a bodysuit,
Yeah.
and Dave kind of looks up. Gives you the wave when you sidle up to the bar. Just kind of this like, hey, you back on your own? The rest of the team come with you?
I'll be in the back. I just walk back. I'm gonna get just grab
Okay.
a bottle from behind the bar and head to the back.
Dave's
Yeah.
like, oh my god, is everyone dead?
Dave close it. What liquor do you grab from behind the bar?
She's not looking.
Oh, okay.
Just like the closest bottle of something.
Great. He now knows something's up because
yeah.
Taz only drinks gin, and that was not. So
Probably true.
anyway, you
I will de-disguise once I'm.
yeah. And once you're tucked away, eventually he comes back, realizes it's you. You all get a long rest in. You are able to send messages out to your various material plane contacts, if you so choose. You know that Stuart's been out undercover, so you can send him a hey, come meet us at this bar. We got to talk about things.
Stuart,
you
I
can
have
pepper
a
it
new
out.
friendship bracelet for you.
You can pepper some of them out to some of your other contacts, knowing that Stuart is the only one that you know for sure is in town. But you can send to Risha, to Minwoo, to you can kind of into the ether cast something to Devin and to Verity in hopes that they maybe get it. Something off to Ocean. Just the general whoever's around.
Vlad, definitely Vlad.
Definitely Vlad.
I miss Vlad.
Me too. Vlad's doing so good right now, though.
Yeah.
Truly, Vlad is living
Vlad
their
is
best life.
living the
Unliving.
life.
Unliving.
What do you mean? Vlad is totally normal human men.
Unliving the unlife.
The next morning, Stuart, you receive this missive waiting for you at whichever kind of drop location you have indicated they should leave messages for you. It tells you not to go to the Scholar's Quill, but instead to go to one of these Black Rose locations. You very much immediately clock that this is one of the less trafficked, out of the way once you figure that they're back from whatever that crazy side quest was that they were doing. And you were able to skulk your way off to meet them there. You all reconvene in the morning. Do you want Dave to come with you?
Sure.
Okay. I was I want to give you guys autonomy and control over your NPCs in so much as you can.
I'm just. I'm sorry. I'm fighting the temptation to show up as Stuart.
Yes. Dave,
It's a weird new thing you're really into, just impersonating all your friends.
I do have to say that Dave does say that he will meet you there.
Great. I will probably do, I don't know what's happening in terms of Golden Vaultings or other things based around things we've done. I'll go as nondescript college kid until I get to the bar and then.
Yeah, you pass through that one real tight alley and come out on the other side as yourself or whatever, and then pop into the bar. Whichever of your random orphans is nominally there to make food and serve drinks and stuff, shows up for the morning shift, clocks that there's some guests, clocks that you all are using this as a meeting, and starts cooking up some breakfast and has stuff on the ready.
I want to clarify my orphans are adults. It's Anastasia, after she's
Sure.
kicked out of the orphanage.
Yeah.
I'm providing the job after she has to leave the home.
Yeah, Taz's work placement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still technically an orphan.
Taz does not partake in child labor.
Correct.
Not technically.
Not at this bar.
Not while Sloan's around.
Not while Sloan's around.
That is basically child labor.
This wasn't the lore I thought we were getting, but I'm glad we're finally having the real
I
conversation.
mean, they were just gonna run around and steal stuff from people anyway, so I might as well
She might as well put
give them goldfish and string
put chains
cheese
on their
about it.
legs and make them work.
Oh my god. We're not gonna do anything crazy with order of operations. Gemma shows up. Stuart
A
arrives.
purple tabaxi with a white stripe shows up.
Yes. Yeah, you slink
Thank you.
in your tabaxi mode. Dave walks out of the back room.
Yeah. Dave's been there the whole time. I don't
He
know what
works
you're
here.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. He like comes out carrying trays with the other the 30-year-old bartender
Right,
who was
yeah.
on morning shift. Eventually Priscilla and Zorhana both kind of like tentatively wander down. Looking a little bit better. Priscilla definitely like again still looks like emotionally tired, but doesn't look as like injured as she did last night. Zorhana still looks like she's gonna need a couple more rests before she's like back up to snuff, but seems a lot more at least alert and a little less like hyper paranoid. I will say that the last person who arrives as you all sort of start to trickle in and convene is that there is a pounding on the door. Polite but firm and aggressive. And when you open it up, it is Eliphas.
Oh.
He looks. I was gonna say he looks rough but very awake.
Yeah, that makes sense. Glad you found the place.
Yes, of course. Sorry for the abrupt arrival. I just was wondering if we dealt with things up in the Feywild, and I thought I should check in on everyone. Oh, thank God! He comes like running in and just like full on like bear hug, scoops up his wife. Kind of turns around. She like doesn't say anything. She just sort of like clings, and he kind of spins around so that he can now face you and talk to you while she's like, wrapped around him. He's like, thank you so much. I don't know. I think you all cleaned out the art gallery. Keep everything. I don't care. Is there anything else we can do for you?
What's just, I'm sure. Oh, darn it! I'm undercover. Oh well, I'm sure. I came as Tash.
It's a very convincing Taz, Stewart. Good job.
This is, you know what? Doppelganger the living daylights out of Taz. It's fine. She is all for all these weird multiples being around. Just confuse her personal timeline at all times. Have fun.
Really gives you a lot of plausible deniability.
Absolutely.
No matter what it is that you're doing.
Huh?
Anyway, that's a disguise spell.
No.
Is there anything else that I could do for you?
I mean, I think we pretty well collected on payment, unless we had any other things that we needed recouped.
What did you end up doing with the gem?
It kind of exploded.
Zorhana like lifts her head up out of his shoulder long enough to just be like, I don't think we need to worry about the gem anymore. It's probably just a normal diamond now. Not sure what the consequences of that are going to be, but I'm sure we'll find out when we get home. Back into the shoulder.
Can I pull a diamond out of the bag?
You reach in to the bag of holding and pull out. Let me find it. I have it. I just have to find it. I promise.
Yeah, drum roll, please.
Yeah. This is a magic act.
You pull out a diamond. It looks like the one that was in her necklace, except that there is now a huge crack down it, so it is not a perfect diamond, but it is still massive. I'm not going to even make you roll to know this is going to be worth 500 GP, even if it's flawed state, and it could get cut down.
Oh, slow.
Wow. The things we could make.
Eliphas looks and is like, you can absolutely keep that. Fuck that thing.
Thank you. You're very generous.
Yes, of course. Unless you need us, I think we should go home.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. She's going to need like 6 to 7 months of rest.
Yeah, that's fine. That's probably how long it's going to take to finish rebuilding the house.
Oh my god. Yeah. I was gonna say, and lots of soup, but that's not gonna help you with your house at all.
Oh, I mean, we've got other houses. We'll just relocate the staff to the winter home, and once it gets rebuilt, it's fine. Mm-hmm. I know, it's really ironic that the summer home is where the winter solstice party is. It's a whole thing. Seasons in the Feywilds are crazy.
Most things are crazy in the Feywild. So
Yes.
you have fun with that.
Very, very true. Also, one of you left behind this, I think, maybe? I'm not sure. Not any of ours. And he puts, he like drops like a handful of something on the table. He's fishing out his pocket. It looks like a bunch of busted up jewelry.
It does not hit the table Or Taz's hand swooping underneath it.
Yeah. What you see is like 3 or 4 like kind of bent, messed up looking like ring casings. Look like they might have had something in it, but there is nothing there anymore. They look like they have been magically damaged. And they all look relatively identical.
Can Taz tell like what type of like metal is holding this, or?
It seems like it is a sterling silver of some sort. It definitely has an inset for like a bezel or something, but there is nothing currently inset in there. They all look like they have been like smashed or like stabbed or something.
Okay.
Can I do a jewelry check?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna start a detect magic. Just
Yeah.
see if we can get any residuals.
Jewelry check is very specific.
Yeah. How
let's go.
do we want to
History
what
proficiency.
skill? Okay. Cool. Am I proficient in history? Okay, good. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Oh. 12.
12? That's all you need because you were in the room when this happened. These look all identical to what was left of the Hag's Eye ring after Gemma destroyed the Hag's Eye.
Hag's Eye ring.
More rings.
You would take a wild stab potentially and say that probably each of the members of the Coven and their spy had one of these fastenings so that they could pass the Hag's Eye around. The Hag's Eye, of course, was brutally destroyed, so it's going to be a minute before that's available again.
I don't know nothing about no covens, but why would you then bust up the holder? I mean, it's not like it's doing anything.
Like we busted up that holder.
Oh, did you? Oh, this was you? Us?
It wasn't me.
You did one of them. For
I
sure.
did do one of them.
Oh, okay. All right.
Smoosh.
Could have been
Rampage happens.
prevention measures. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, we can melt it down, probably, and make something out of it.
If you have no further questions for Elphys or Zorhana, he will leave you guys some business cards. Taz, yours has an extra phone number written on the back.
Great.
Just add Dave. That's the one.
He turns to leave. Zorhana like looks at you over his shoulder, like looks at him, looks at you, and then like gives you like a nod and a wink, and then just goes back down.
Taz is like, I don't know what I've gotten myself into this time.
Why does this keep happening?
Why does this keep happening? What did you do, Gemma? What did you do?
You did it all, babe.
I don't. I did not.
Did you flirt with the bandman?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not good at that. Maybe I'm good at it, and I just don't know what's
There
happening.
you go. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Cool. They take off. There's a pause, and then
Tabaxi Taz knocks something off of the shelf.
yeah, the Taz backseat just knocks a cup of coffee
Taz
over.
backseat.
Taz back. Normal
Writing it down.
Taz is like, shoot, what are you doing?
Dave whips out his cultist squirt bottle out of nowhere and offers it to you.
Don't summon in the bar.
Y'all sit down with some coffee, some things to spike the coffee if you're of that inclined. It's like 9 a.m., so live your life. It is the 4 of you. It is Dave, and it is Priscilla. The bartender just judiciously decides he's going to go wash dishes in the secret sub-basement for as long as you guys are having this conversation.
Great. I have like, I don't know, we've got like a bunch of paintings and other stuff that might also need some cleaning. I want to send those down with Dave.
Gently.
Don't lick it. Whatever you do.
The guy grabs one and he's like, yeah, no, okay, just leave this, just normal reach in and grab it, yeah? It's like there's no traps or nothing down in there that I need to worry about.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's a communal briefcase, so not from me.
He takes a briefcase, he just flips it over and like
dump it out.
shakes it out and
Yeah.
like dumps out everything, kind of scoops it up and takes it into the back to give everything a good.
I have inventory if anything's missing.
I know better than to steal from another thief. There's one person you don't steal from, and that is other thieves. Unless you're on contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's a guild matter, and then it doesn't matter. Anyway.
Or it's just a wallet between friends.
Thank you. That's what I thought.
You just got to keep your skills sharp. It's all fun and games.
Yeah.
Speaking of contracts.
Yes, Taz.
Yes, Tazbek.
Sorry. And then he just dispelled the.
Stewart.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I know, very undercover.
Yeah. I had no idea.
I mean,
Could have gotten away with it if it weren't for you.
I was gonna say it would be a real hit at the bar, says Dave. The other bar, the one
Right.
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Show.
Yeah.
I remember when I went to discuss with my contacts things that were happening. Anyway, there's something major going down.
Uh-huh.
Major. Special. Very special.
Majorly special.
Super special.
Super special.
You picked this. You brought this on yourself.
Anyway, so, like, all the factions.
Mm-hmm.
They're all trying to figure out how to get the contract.
Okay.
However, I don't know whose contract it is or what it is that they're trying to get. Just that everybody seems to be vying for this one big thing.
Okay.
Do you mean like criminals? Criminal organizations?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Our
Okay.
friends over at
Shield and
Shield, Shadow, Sword,
Yeah.
Amber,
Steel, Silverfingers, Vidorant's gang.
Yeah.
Probably the only one of the ones that you guys know, probably the only one you haven't specifically heard being involved would be Power and Plunder, but they're also just generally more subtle.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean they're not involved. It just means they've done a better job of hiding that they're interested.
I think my wife may actually be trying to get it too, but she will not talk to me. So
Oh.
Wait,
Yes.
is there something?
What?
She's not talking to you?
no, about this specific. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't-
right.
Dead staring at Priscilla.
Priscilla is currently sitting very quietly in the corner, like two-fisting a big mug of coffee that you see is just like the whiskey just going into.
I didn't give her the coffee. I don't think that's coffee anymore.
It started as coffee. I don't know what the makeup is at this point, about
Has anyone tried
71,
like a
29?
pour over? It's a pour over, but it's whiskey instead of water.
Oh,
Yeah.
have not tried that. Sounds dangerous.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Probably the Feywild.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's always 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
in the
that's
room.
always
But yeah, you stare at her and she just sort of stares at you back. Yes?
Do you have any thoughts about what this contract might be?
The contract, honestly, no. I can think of a few things it could be. I'd need a little bit more information, but I'm sure if it's that interesting to all the factions around here, then we're probably going to find out sooner or later.
You
Do
want
you know?
I don't know. Do we just wait? I mean, 'cause these things usually just show up.
They do seem to fall in our lap at weird moments.
Well,
They got a key?
I could call someone.
Stuart, you reach down to your pocket and you do in fact have a key in your pocket that wasn't there before.
Oh, I do have a key.
Oh, alrighty.
Do you have a key?
I'm not checking.
Taz, you check. It takes a minute because you got so many pockets.
There's so many pockets.
You find a key that you did not have previously. It
Got it.
matches Stuart's.
Sweet.
I really just want to know where you've been.
I've been in a lot of places, so we might need to narrow it down a little bit.
Why'd you disappear?
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good place
that
to
is a
start.
more specific question, yes. I disappeared from all of you because I didn't want any of you potentially getting blowback from what happened with me. There's, So, when you have an organization such as the Golden Vault, the kind of organization that keeps a lot of information about a lot of people and has a lot of, as you can witness, far-reaching powers, teleportation, the ability to just leave things in your pockets in your rooms without your otherwise granting access, that sort of thing. Obviously, that can come with a lot of security measures, and also there's a lot of power involved there. Having access to those kinds of powers, that kind of information, could be incredibly valuable for both positive and ill reasons. So it is not uncommon for such organizations to deal with the possibility of infiltration. And the Golden Vault was indeed being infiltrated. There was a mole looking into information, trying to gain access to their files, their magics, I assume. Trouble was, whoever's doing it pointed the finger at me. Which wouldn't have been particularly a problem, except that I was also a mole. Just not the one who was accessing the information for those reasons. So, rather than take you all down with me, I decided it was time to go do my dealings elsewhere for a time. I left a different agent in my place to continue looking for the mole that I had discovered in the vault, and went on about my merry way, causing some chaos in the Feywild, as I normally would do under the guise of my family name. If you aren't familiar, my father, Lord Tiger, is the head spy master of the Sealy Court. Sort of an open secret that we all work for him. That is, of course, how I gained access to the party last night, but also why I was not there as myself. If I had shown up as myself, they would have known that I was vying for information, coming as the date of a delegate from the Axebreaker clan. Much more subtle way to see who was there and what was going on.
So have you been in contact with the person you put in place with the Golden Vault, and have they made any progress?
She turns and looks dead on at Dave. I don't know, have they made any progress? And Dave sort of just shrugs and goes, you guys know as much as I do. I mean, aside from the part where Priscilla was a mole who found that there was another mole, and like that part was sworn to secrecy, but yeah, we still don't know who's accessing stuff. I can only get in to a limited degree. My clearances were not as high as Priscilla's were, so we were able to finagle it and make me your handler. I say that in very loose quotes, but yeah, whoever's infiltrating really is covering their ass well. They're looking for something, clearly, based on what they're doing, and probably a good idea that Priscilla decided to leave, given these last few rounds of messages you all have gotten that seem a little off the mark.
You mean the new boxes?
Multiple boxes.
Yeah.
Everyone
Or
getting boxes
multiple
instead of keys. Everyone getting those weird pre-records that don't match up with the normal
The specific nature of some of
methodology.
the missions.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we see in Zorhana's room, wasn't she tinkering with something that was very like the music boxes?
Mm-hmm.
There was a music box in the study that looked a lot like a Golden Vault box.
Did we grab that?
Mm-mm.
I
I don't think so.
Taz rifles through all of those things that she did steal from the study. I believe it was mostly books.
I believe it's mostly expensive books.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Priscilla, you were a mole for the Sheila Court in the Golden Vault? Or
Yes.
Oh, okay. Right.
Well, not officially the Sealy Court, specifically for my father.
Just to see what they were up to?
I mean, they seem awfully altruistic. It seems wildly improbable that they don't have some secret endgame goal that we haven't been able to figure out yet. We just wanted to get ahead of that if that was the case. Most of them do seem, in fact, to just be really nice people who are trying to do good in the world. But I think maybe that has blinded them to the fact that it's actually not as difficult to infiltrate their organization as they seem to think it should be. I mean, again, I got in and I'm sort of like actively known as a spy in multiple planes of the multiverse. And they did not seem to question my presence there until someone explicitly outed me as tapping information that I shouldn't be accessing.
Do you know why they might want the true names of 3 fiends?
What? I mean, I can think of many people who would want the true names of multiple fiends. The nature of the Golden Vault is such that unless they somehow thought that that kind of leverage would allow them to obtain an item that was mispossessed, you know, that's sort of their deal, right? The Vault tries to steal back items that have been stolen or removed from their proper places and return them to where they should be. Sometimes it's things that have been mislaid. Sometimes it's things that have been actively taken. So unless they're going to try to blackmail some fiends to get something back, I don't know why they... To be perfectly honest, I think you all are wonderful. I think you're all actually excellent operatives, despite a little bit of your reputation for chaos and shenanigans. You would not be the team I would send. There are much more powerful teams that I would send on a job like that. Teams that already have infiltration into the Hells. Teams that already have setups for that.
Well, no, we were sent to go talk to this guy. I say guy. I don't know. The stranger?
Oh, shit. Okay.
And apparently, so he knew the names, so we were supposed to get the names.
a lot of names.
From him. And now we have the names, but
You got them.
we haven't given them yet. Because, I don't know, I think it's kind of hinky and weird that they would want those.
I agree. Has anyone asked for the information yet?
No.
We did kind of immediately fuck off to the Feywild.
That's true.
Valid. Honestly, I think I see where that came from. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah.
Again, I've been doing this for my entire life, which is extensive, being the whole, elven bloodline thing, and I have never been asked to try to actually source a true name. There's always jokes in the espionage community about, how much you could get done with a true name if you get it for and from the right person, but you don't actually pursue that. I mean, also, I'm from the Feywilds, right? That's just kind of a big no-no. It's a huge social faux pas, and also people just actively kill you at that point. So,
Okay.
I mean, not you. Someone's setting you up. Maybe not you specifically, but someone who's using you to do their dirty work. I would assume, based on that context.
Okay.
You've no idea why they wanted them?
No.
No. I mean, to be fair, we don't usually get a whole lot of context about why we do stuff
No,
for the
I mean-
Golden Vault, so
That's very true.
And,
that was in line.
and those are the ones that came in the new boxes.
Yes.
Yes. We all got boxes for that one.
New
We all got
boxes.
New boxes.
New boxes.
New boxes.
All
New
got new boxes.
With pre-recorded messages.
Yes, I mean, the pre-recording is not unstandard, but usually
But,
it's tied
like-
to the key.
Hello, this is a message from the Golden
Oh,
Vault.
God, they're using AI? That's terrible. We have people for that. technically your handler is supposed to record the message because then they can provide you with the information from the briefing that they were given based on their individual team.
So, but then
But a good way to hide yourself is using.
Antonio Ignatius
Something
to do all your VO work.
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot better, I will say. He's been practicing, but he still can't match to an actual human.
But then Dave didn't seem to know anything about it, and if he was a official handler, then he would have known.
Yeah, no, I didn't get... I got the job at the same time you all did. I also got a box. It should have come to me in a briefing with keys to load. That's like, that would be the standard default procedure, right? So...
I'm gonna pop into my ring, get the original box,
Yeah.
pop out, and just be like, all right, compare and contrast.
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh.
Cool. You did say earlier that
Here's-
you had popped a detect magic.
yes.
Is that still true? 'Cause I realize we didn't
It's
really
a ritual
address it,
cast, so
okay.
if it's been like 10 minutes, then yeah.
Just making sure that you did actually do that because I realized I didn't acknowledge it when I gave you the information on the item you were originally checking. Looking at these, they are both magical items and they are incredibly similar. They definitely exude different magic. Which could be as simple as like, two different artificers made them. Right? But there is something telling about the fact that they look incredibly similar, but they exude these different auras that maybe the ones you got with the true names were meant to look like.
Do all of
others.
the new one are there other new ones that are in the room? I guess. Do you have your new one?
I would have put it in the briefcase. So yeah, I take out the.
Great. Does that one match the new? Like, is the energy on the new ones the same?
All of the new ones match each other.
These match. This doesn't. Go, Sloan. Go.
Tinker. I use my tinker's tools, and I just want to look at like the craftsmanship. Were they constructed in the same way?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a tinker check. Give me some proficiency. Give me some use your tools, roll a proficiency. If you are actually like disassembling these, we could maybe do it as like a dexterity based something or a sleight of hand. If you're just wanting to like visually examine and try to like think back to all of your training, you could do it as like a history or something.
I'm gonna take it apart.
Okay.
This is not gonna explode on me, right?
I smashed it before and it hurt, but yeah, have at it.
Okay. And then
Trap check.
dexterity and proficiency.
Yeah, dexterity with proficiency.
Okay, 23. Wait. 18, 19, 20, 21. 21, not 23.
That's still pretty good. As you start to carefully disassemble this, are you disassembling both of them to try to like kind of
Yeah, like piece
compare?
by piece,
Yeah.
trying to figure out what is different.
As you are going through disassembling them, these look very identical for a very long time.
Okay.
Until you kind of reach a point, you're kind of doing piece at a time, kind of like side by side, whatever. Until you hit one point, you've done it on the what you were kind of thinking of as the original one, and then you go do the same thing on the next one, and you just hear that like hair of a click that doesn't match, that isn't correct. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. $21.
21. Cool. You are only going to take 13 damage as this explodes on you.
Yep, that's what happened.
Woo! That was invigorating.
You got fairly far in, and it is actually really surprising to you to a certain degree that blew up. What this does tell you is that whoever put this together went to a great deal of effort both to make sure that this was indistinguishable from an original and also to make sure that you couldn't get to whatever component wasn't.
Mending.
Stuart, can
Well, here's
you
another
help
box.
me?
Stuart hands you another box.
Do it again.
Not good. Where is it? 10 plus Dex 13 this time.
13, you pick it up and it explodes in your hand. Make a dex check.
Do you have any bitch?
Not at the
10.
moment.
We have none.
None bitch.
It's fine. I rolled lower on this one at the very least. I still have to do math, though. I rolled lower, but you take the whole thing, so that's 19 more damage.
Did it happen at the same point?
This one just exploded when it landed
Oh,
in,
never
in
mind.
Sloane's hand.
I was like,
'Cause I didn't
I
go
was
high
like,
enough.
if you can get it part of the way and then be like, hey, Taz, do a little.
Anybody who's observing this, whatever, who wants to, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Hmm.
I'm feeling spicy. I'm feeling nice and spicy.
18.
10.
I
Jump.
can't make an Arcana check.
Great. Stuart with an 18. It might like first of all, the way Sloane like handled that one was definitely less delicate, a little more rough. You also realize like maybe there's a trigger that if it senses that one of them has blown up, more of them will be more sensitive to blow up.
Hmm.
You know, to like prevent somebody from say getting 6 of these and then trying to disassemble them until they get to the part where they can identify what's going on. Thank you, Red Dead Coquette, who has blessed you with some bits.
Thank you.
I would like to use my thief tools to try and tinker one.
Bro, if I can.
Okay.
I have an 11, a plus 11 on Thieves' Tools. Why did I think of that?
I thought that's what you rolled. My bad.
Intently.
Would you like to help me, maybe? Was that a...
I mean, I suppose I could assist.
Everybody just Wolverines out their various tools and starts picking at things.
We're all playing like just a really messed up game of Operation.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Is my hair
Water
okay?
on the knee. Your hair looks great.
My eyebrows is still there?
Still there.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
30.
30?
Yeah.
30 will do it.
Taz will never say anything ever again. Well done.
This had a DC of 25 and it rolled a nat 20 on the trigger. So you had to get very high to beat this, and Stuart did.
I am forever ashamed.
You helped. Stuart saw where you fucked up and was able to bypass it, right? No. It's very slow. It's very painstaking. At some point in the middle of this, Dave like gets up, leaves for 20 minutes, comes back with sandwiches and a new pot of coffee. He and Priscilla are kind of just sitting on the other side of the table, like being present and kind of letting you guys do your thing because they know they're both a little bit in hot water, given the situation. You are finally able to get this box open. Once you get fully into this, the guts of this are where you can see the drastic difference. And it's not even that drastic. What it looks like is these are kind of operated by like little arcane crystals. That's what kind of triggers the recordings and triggers it to like open and close. Just these little pre-programmed bits of magic. Much like a computer program, but attaching to the weave. The imposter box, if you want to call it that, seems to have 2 extra components. You're guessing that one of them is probably like a little poison bauble, which is what triggers the little explosion. And the other one, you're not positive about, but we've got people with ritual cast detect magic who are probably going
Currently,
to use it.
yeah.
Probably still up. You would get, I can't remember what school this would be. You're going to guess it's probably some sort of tracking device or something equivalent,
Tracking device.
which doesn't seem that far off from what the other ones would have. They also seem to have some level of thing. This one just seems more robust and maybe more specific.
A tracking device in my bar?
Put it in the briefcase.
I mean, there were 6 of them, but Minus.
Oh, you're right. Taz runs off. She does not have hers with it. She goes to find hers and immediately destroys it.
You guys hear a very faint, distant explosion that might have come from directly below you.
It's weird how it's like it came through all of the vents, which do not point. There's like not. It doesn't make any sense, and you definitely. It takes her a really long time to come back, and she's just like she has like a fur coat on and stuff that is a drastically different temperature from somewhere out there. Yeah. I see maybe now why Stuart got a little confused.
Yeah.
She like ruffles off some snow and she's like, oh, thank goodness that's over. It's like summer outside.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Great. You all deal with the fragments of these busted music boxes. That is from Duke Fleeg and Vanna Losswin. Thank you. Good thing we're not rolling dice in this episode. Anyway,
I mean, we did just try and
I
follow
took a
everyone's
time.
name.
no, this was my joke from earlier where I was like, we're not even gonna roll dice, we're just gonna talk the whole time. Fool was I.
Like we said, actually, you've had pretty good success at trying to like TPK us just with us trying to solve one puzzle.
Yeah. It's a puzzle that's barely a puzzle.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bunch of these music boxes are clearly fakes, or at least they are rigged. They are not. They do not have the same components as the ones that you know are from the Golden Vault for sure.
Right.
That was
Red.
So what do we do with this tracking device? Have we destroyed all of the other ones?
Can we reverse engineer a tracking device?
Well,
Is there a way to do that?
I don't know if you can reverse
Not that
engineer it.
kind of
You
Like,
would.
we like.
I mean, in normal tech terms, you should be able to figure out who is receiving, but I don't know if that's true in magical terms.
I am going to say that I don't think any of you directly. A very powerful wizard could do this. I don't think any of you have the right combination of skills to be able to do that. You definitely have contacts who would be able to.
Taz looks through her new books. Gemma, start reading.
I'm not that kind of magic.
Or reads anyway.
You are. You're that kind of magic.
I mean,
Here you go. Did anybody get Sorhana's number like we
Technically,
message?
what?
Oh wait. That was very Christopher Walken.
why did you say sugar daddy on his card?
It's just like, oh, you guys are gonna be the death of me. Yeah, I mean, we could call her. I don't know how great she's doing at this particular time,
That's
but
true.
we could
That's
we
true.
could shoot her a message.
It's been an hour.
It's been an hour. Hey, sorry, did you get home already?
How's the summer house?
I mean, yes, you can certainly message the Adulars and they might be able to help you. You also have other very powerful wizard contacts, just depending on who you want to talk to. Anyone in Priscilla's family would be able to
Oh,
help
the
you.
crazy one.
Mostly the middle brother, the one who can fold time and space.
Yeah, the crazy one.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
Oh yeah, you.
Oh, you weren't there.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Who's
Just
holding
wait,
time and
Sloan. Hey,
space?
Priscilla. Can we
I want
get
to
a-
talk to him. Sorry.
I'm trying to find his name.
Yeah, I can certainly reach out and see if he's conscious today.
Conscious?
Look,
I
when
just would assume it takes a lot to fold time and space. I don't think I know this person either, so I'm just gonna. I didn't know one could do that.
yes,
Time or space, but not time and space.
and that's why he spends a lot of time unconscious. When you do both at once, it's really complicated. I can message him. I believe it's Scipio. She has two brothers.
I think so.
Alias.
Sorry, I was going to tell me you call him Skip.
Once.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Only once.
That's how it goes with
I don't know what his husband calls him. I assume he has permission to call him whatever he wants, but
Skippy?
So the school of geochromancy. Geochromancy. That's space and time.
It is.
it's very complicated. My family's kind of, if you hadn't caught on, we're pretty fucked up.
Aren't we all?
Gestures at the room.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes. No, that's fair. No, I can certainly reach out to him. Barring that, someone much closer who might be able to help. I can reach out to Bev.
Bev.
Oh, Bev.
Who's Bev?
He's probably in the middle of an ocean right now, right?
I sincerely hope not.
I
feel
would
like-
also sincerely hope not. We've glances at Dave. We've both tried editing their file multiple times, and for some reason they keep sending them to water-based missions.
Okay. That sounds a little suspicious.
It does, now that you mention it.
We should talk to Bev.
Let's get a hold of Bev for
Yeah.
fun.
Let's message Bev. See if on this
Ready.
plane or on the
I
job or anything else.
also have to make a phone call and maybe get some more information about that big job.
I was going to make the suggestion, but I didn't want to put any pressure on the relation.
Yeah.
We could also put these keys in the box.
That would be way too easy.
Do we have, yeah, where's the one box we haven't tampered with?
Unless you've already destroyed like the tracking device and whatever, Stewart's is technically still functional. It's just open.
Oh, this goes to the bad box, not our normal box.
Oh,
Does
well,
it?
Does it?
yeah.
That's a good question. You don't know. You
I mean,
did just
I'm gonna
find
try,
keys.
can we try it in the old box
Yeah.
first?
Yeah. I thought it was to the old box, but technically, I don't know if we know that.
You actually have no way of being able to tell, really,
Yeah.
because the boxes are meant to look identical. You want to try it in the
Old box.
in the old box first?
OG box.
Okay. I have to roll for a couple of things.
I've conveniently misplaced my new one. Over there and over there. And
Yeah.
over there.
And over here.
You
Gives you a bar towel. You can wipe that off.
you stick it into the old box, the one that you know is a genuine golden vault artifact. And it takes a moment, but then the box does its little thing where it kind of like swirls and opens, and there's a little bit of light that glows, and there's a little bit of a like almost like skip record sound. Just like greetings, operatives. The Golden Vault has learned that an Efreeti named Vrakir has the Book of Vile Darkness. We need you to steal this evil artifact so we can destroy it. This quest, should you choose to undertake, it requires you to infiltrate the fortress of Brimstone Hold, where the book is kept. And then it seems to kind of get caught in a little bit of a stutter loop.
What was the name?
Book of
Which name? There were several.
The Afridi's name.
Vrakir. Vrakir.
Or as autocorrect wanted to say, breaking.
Breaking.
Fortress of what?
Brimstone?
Brimstone Hold.
Does that sound like a real thing to you guys? That sounds like a not real thing. The
Does it
Book of
sound-
Vile Darkness.
Does it sound like a
The book of totally bad things?
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
stuff.
Super bad, terrible, awful, horrible thing.
Anyone who
No good, very bad day.
Anyone who would like to can roll a history or an arcana check. Taz, as the highest passive perception in the room,
Yes.
you see that, not that there was much there to begin with, all the color has drained out of Priscilla's face. She is as white as her hair at the mention of the Book of Vile Darkness.
You doing okay over there, buddy?
She just sort of looks at you with kind of that like wide-eyed, a little bit scared look, and takes a long slug of her mostly whiskey coffee.
I think it might be real.
Natural 20 for 27.
Natural 20. You probably also go a little pale. Anybody
I
else
feel
get
like a 5. Nah.
16.
Gemma is blissfully unaware.
It rings a bell, Gemma. You're like, that's clearly fake. You're 100% sold on it being fake.
That's good.
Gemma's stuck on the Afridi part.
Yeah. Yeah, Sloan, you have actually, like, it does sound fake. It's not. It is a very real artifact. I think the thing that catches you is that, not so much that it's fake, but that it's always been presumed to be a myth. This is a book that, according to legend, was authored by the lich god Vecna. And was his personal diary of every example of unhinged magic and, you know, black, vile deeds he could come up with.
And obviously the key didn't work very well in the old box.
No. I wonder what
Try
it
it
would
in the
do.
new one.
Yeah.
Tried in a new box.
When you put it into the new one, guts are open. You can see a bunch of the crystals glow. Greetings, operatives. The Golden Vault has learned that an Ifriti named Vrakir has the Book of Vile Darkness. We need you to steal this evil artifact so we can destroy it. This quest, should you choose to undertake it, requires you to infiltrate the Fortress of Brimstone Hold, where the book is kept. We obtained a map of the fortress from an informant of ours, an Arcanoloth named Nebukath, who works in Brimstone Hold. Nebukath is willing to provide further assistance, but we suspect the Arcanoloth has reasons of their own to acquire the book, so be on your guard. Nebukath is unsure how long Varakir plans to keep the book in the fortress, meaning time is of the essence. Good luck, operatives.
Okay, so I don't trust
I'm gonna
any of
hit
that.
download map.
Stuart's face goes white.
Stuart also has a revelation.
You're not purple anymore, so that's probably easier.
You okay over there?
I'm covered
Stuart?
in fur.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
Slide of water.
I'm just consulting my memory.
Oh, I you really got to go
Going
into
into
the
your
vault.
mind palace?
Yeah.
Your golden vault?
Yeah.
I mean, our Chronoloths are very, very powerful beings. Evil devils. Very dangerous.
Mm-hmm. You want to say more about that, or?
No.
No, not at the not at the moment.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, that sounds like our usual fare. Kind of dangerous.
Yeah. Did you say that our Chronoloth got the map for us?
Correct.
Yes.
The Arcanoloth, Nebukath, apparently provided the map as an informant.
Priscilla, do you know of a Golden Vault operative?
I've never heard of the Golden Vault working with an Arcanoloth. That seems like a wildly bad choice given everything that the Vault deals in.
The fact that we had to get fiends' true names.
Brimstone Hold, I can also tell you, is that I have heard of. It is run by the Ifriti, but it is not based in the Plane of Fire. It is based in the Hells. Sort of an
no.
outpost.
Oh, no. Nope. Nope. No. No. No.
But we could go back
No.
on the train.
No.
Go back.
We have the true names of 3 fiends, and you want us to go to the hells?
I don't want to go anywhere most of the time. I'm just saying.
Dave's like, I'm with you. I really, there's a reason I became a bartender after many years of doing other things, and it was so that I didn't have to go places.
Yeah. I've got stuff to do that has nothing to do with this Golden Vault thing.
Yeah.
So
Same.
I get you. I am just throwing out there that if there's a lot of people vying for a lot of stuff, and we've got some dangerous things on the docket, maybe having random people with that information is bad. And if we're the ones that have it, at least we can be in control of it.
if we're the ones that have it, then we're the ones who are gonna have a really big arrow target on our back.
I sort of get the
Yes.
impression that most of us already have a big arrow target on our backs.
I can see what you mean by someone is setting us up.
Can I reach out to Mom's new boo
Yeah.
and just be like, what do you know about this guy? And just ask about Vrakir.
About Verkeer? Sure. Yeah, you reach out to Mom's boo.
We never named him.
Nope, and we never will. He's just your mom's
My
boyfriend.
new stepdad.
Yeah, I almost
One
called
of
him
her
your not
neighbors.
stepdad.
That's only one letter off.
Yeah. I'm finding it really quick. Yeah, he will send you back. The bullet point version of what he sends you back is that Vrakir is a reasonably powerful Ifriti, who spends most of his time in the, if I'm recalling correctly, in the city of Rust, doing political machinations on the elemental plane of fire. And by political machinations, I mean they're just constantly fighting.
Mhm.
That's what happens. He is, however, fairly powerful, and he is rumored generally to have outposts in other planes that he has control of. There are other, like, lesser Ifriti who have been willing to throw their hat in with him, as well as other denizens of both the elemental planes and some of the other planes who really work, again, in that way of, like, aligning yourself to the most powerful person gives you a better chance of survival. But he is not liked by any means. Anybody who is going to be working for him or with him is doing so out of either fear or potential for personal gain, not out of loyalty. Comes from fear of what will happen if you are disloyal more than it does like believing in the cause. Right.
Passing along, yes.
Roll me a luck check.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
For
Or
That's
ignore it.
real lucky. 19.
19.
Oh, who did not?
He has also heard a rumor that somewhat recently, recent being relative, but you know, recent enough that nobody's really been able to confirm. Vrakir lodged a massive campaign against a red dragon named Denderlix. And it is believed that he may have conquered this red dragon and obtained his hoard because no one has been able to confirm a sighting of Denderlix since this rumor started.
Reiterate.
Oh, that'll do it.
I don't love that.
No.
Love any of this.
I mean, also, I feel like I'm ill prepared to fight an Arcanoloth. Should that come to pass. Where I would want to go get some spell scrolls and put them into my spell book. They have very, very dangerous immunities and resistances.
I just don't know how we're gonna avoid a setup. Because clearly, this Arcanoloth is not a contact for the Golden Vault as we knew it. I don't even know what's going on there. But this seems like a trap. I don't know how to not go into the trap. We need to get this book because it's massively horrible.
The book is bad. And
It's
it
bad.
needs to not.
It sounds like a not real thing, but it's really a real thing that's really,
It's a
really
very
bad.
real
Because it sounds fake as hell.
It's like Vecna's personal unhinged magical grossness in one book.
Look,
gross.
I'll say a lot for the Lich God Vecna. Not creative in his naming conventions, by all accounts.
Book of Vile Darkness.
If this is what the other agencies are out to get, I have to agree with Taz that we should be the ones to get it first.
Oh boy.
And if the Sarkonoloth is the person who is shutting us up, that's going to be a bad fight. If the Arcanoloth works for someone who's more powerful, that's even worse.
Even worse.
It is, but
On a scale of like 1 to 20 fractions count, like what would you say, like how hard is this guy to beat?
17, 18?
17, 18? Okay, that's pretty up there.
That's
pretty
Let me see if
high.
that's right.
I mean, I'd give it maybe more like a 12, 13.
12,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
it's a little bit less. Oh, that sounds right up our alley.
Yeah, that's much
Oh, yeah.
closer.
Never mind, we can totally do that.
acceptable number. Yeah, it's totally fine.
Especially given
I mean, it's still
how
gonna be-
terrible this...
It could be hard, but
You
not
know,
like
sometimes
impossible.
when you just like ask the heavens to like get better, they just let you get better for the next session.
I'm not letting you guys triple level before the next episode.
Dang it.
That was one time.
What about single level?
Let's see how far you get tonight, and I'll entertain it.
However, I mean, I've got some gold, so I would think that we want to look at sonic damage or force,
I got that.
but
I can shatter things.
you know, cold, fire, electricity, poison, acid is not really that much.
Okay.
Thunder damage?
That's what I want to do.
I can do that.
Do you know that thing that pushes people away?
Thunder wave?
Oh yes, I would love to learn that.
I guess I could teach it to you. Can I teach you? Can I teach him stuff?
If you guys want to take some time to prepare, I would allow you to teach.
Copy
Stuart.
from your spell book into my spell book.
Copy.
I don't have a spell book.
Oh,
I would
I
allow
do
you
get-
to write it out or like draw a diagram for
Sloan
Stuart to, like-
will take off the gauntlets and sort of just go over all of the different buttons and gears on the gauntlet. So this one you kind of move and then you see the runes in there, and then it just kind of slots in, and then
Did you careful with my bar?
I didn't actually, but, and then you have to activate it sonically, right? So you got to clap and then move your hands out.
I think Theo crawls out of your pocket and just goes, "Hey, Dad, what about all those runes you have back at the office? Would those help?"
Yeah, probably. I don't know which ones you're talking about. There were a lot.
Don't you have that whole big book of runes from your old boss who used to write all the things down for the
Yeah.
carving them in? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can go get that.
Yeah.
Are we still in Valkenheim? Where are we?
yeah.
You guys
I
are
don't
in
know.
like the far outskirts of Arkenheim.
Jazz never answers
Yeah.
that.
Well, okay.
Well, the outside door is in Varkenheim.
Yeah, there is an access point from
Taz is
Varkenheim,
moving
I guess is the
tavern.
way to phrase this. All of Taz's bars are a little bit interdimensional.
Yeah, look.
Okay.
There are certain vents one cannot get in unless you're Taz.
I feel like I just want to confirm that this is the job that everybody. So just give me just hold on. And Sloan will walk out of the room into the privatest part of the
There's-
tavern.
So many private parts.
Oh.
You can find anything you want here, babe.
Great, cool.
You just open
Where's the
doors, finding like different themed lounges until you find one that like has sort of a like dwarven Art Deco vibe that you're kind of into.
Very nice.
Some of them are the same door. You just keep opening it multiple times until you get the one you like.
Don't worry, it's entirely soundproof. You can scream in there and nobody will hear you.
Close the door and I'll scream.
Yeah.
Everybody looks and goes, "You heard that, right? You heard that? Yeah, okay."
Oh yeah, they're totally not soundproof.
Did anybody hear me? Okay, so then that's
There's a mind listening device in there that's piped into this room.
And Sloane will roll up their sleeve, take the red gemstone on the bracelet and kind of click it once. Hi, hon.
Is either very late or very early. What happened?
I'm so sorry.
No worries.
There's a rumor going around about a job, a big job, and
What kind of your kind of big job? My kind of big job. I'm guessing my kind if you call me.
Yeah. I just want to know if you've heard anything about it. I can't get a whole lot of detail over here.
I maybe have heard something. Why are you asking?
Just sort of wondering. We've got some.
You're a terrible liar.
I know.
You trying to cut in, or you looking for other reasons?
Oh, well, it sounds really dangerous. And, I'm a little concerned.
Why you be concerned? I am not going on job. I am safely tucked away in prison where I perform no criminal activity whatsoever.
No, I'm not worried about you, babe. I'm worried about the whole fucking world. Yeah.
Your altruism is very cute. Part of why I like you.
Okay, well, thanks, I guess. But mostly the world will have a hard time existing if, the thing that I think is on offer gets into the wrong hands, and then you won't exist, and I won't exist, and none of this will exist.
Persuasion check?
Okay. I don't know, I'm afraid of all my dice. I got a natural 20, which means I have bad luck right now.
Oh.
We have bits, though.
Okay.
That'll help
Persuasion? I'm so bad at this. Okay, that's gonna be 16 total. I'm gonna go ahead and use a bit if that's okay with everybody.
Go for it.
Wow. Oh, that was very wide. I'm so
Belongs
sorry.
to the floor now.
The floor
dice.
Enzo will find it for us.
Yeah, that's not very good. 17 total.
Okay. 17 total.
I rolled a 1.
Root.
There's a little bit of, there's like a brief pause, and then just like, okay, how about this? You clearly want information. I do not know why you want information. So how about we level, yeah? You tell me why you really want information, I tell you what information, maybe. Look, I know I'm supposed to be nicer about this because you are my, partner and all, but also, there is no such thing as non-quid pro in my business.
No. Okay, yeah. I mean, reciprocity and all that jazz. I want the information because there's a subsection of the Golden Vault Office information.
Well, I heard you say Golden Vault, which does not unfortunately surprise me, but I missed a little bit of that, so let's try again. I know my accent is thick, but you must enunciate too.
Yeah, there might be people in the Golden Vault who are not supposed to be there who want it.
Oh, the high and mighty Golden Vault is not so secure anymore.
Hey, I didn't really like him in the first place.
Maybe there is hope for you yet. Okay. I have heard rumor. Only rumor. Cannot confirm anything, of course. Have heard perhaps rumor that very powerful ancient artifact is, accessible in way it was not before. And, if I were a foolish, greedy, power-hungry asshole like, say, somebody from Silverfingers, I might think, oh, this is excellent opportunity to increase my notoriety and prestige. I do not go for such petty reasons. That said, if there is, in fact, an ancient and powerful artifact full of untold chaos and magic that is suddenly accessible, any self-respecting group that deals in ancient magical artifacts would be foolish not to try to get their hands on it. I might also say that some groups more interested in a very high reward, what might be offered for such powerful type item by other people who are more strongly invested in using said item. Me, for example, I do not really invest in high-powered magic items so much as information of where said items live and who has access to them. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But not everyone is as interested in information as I am. Some are more interested in, action these days.
Right. Yeah. I'm interested in destruction?
Ah, yes. I understand you, I think.
Yeah. I'd like to keep existing. That'd be nice.
I hear you. Much easier to continue on with plans for future if future exists.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That trip that we're planning would not exist if we don't exist. I'm just saying.
I cannot really tell you much of anything because all I truly have is rumors. But I can say rumors are strong enough that most everyone I know of is coming out of woodworks to look. It sounds like there is open contract
Yeah.
for whoever gets this thing.
But no one in particular has.
No names attached.
Okay. Yeah.
Open contract, secret contact.
Okay.
Not uncommon when you are dealing with high-level items like this. Nobody wants you to know that they have it because that undercuts their ability to use it. That was mistake of fool who has it now, was letting it be known
That he has.
that he has it.
Yeah.
Now, I'll target on his back until somebody else take it.
Okay. Is there anybody you're sending that I should maybe be aware of?
Oh, I'm absolutely sending team. Definitely not telling you who.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. It's not personal,
I
babe.
just don't want to kill him.
It's not personal. You have too many friends who would kill them on sight, though, and I can't afford to lose any more good operatives.
Okay.
Not when we are about to go to war with Silverfingers and Steel. Fuck those guys.
What is their deal?
They like to blow themselves up and take everyone with them. It's really annoying.
Okay, that definitely happened to me on a train. It was
On
terrible.
a train? Why you blow yourself up on train? You gotta take entire train with you. Even
That's
if
what
magical
I
train.
said, and everybody else in the room too. I don't know. They're like, I don't know.
What's too many of those old pulp movies where everything is like laser sharks and shit?
Laser sharks. That would never work.
No, why would you
What?
put laser on shark?
Wait, hold on. Hold on, I have an idea.
No, babe, you put frost beam on shark because they're moving through water and then you freeze everything around them and
But then they
everything's
can't
encased.
move anymore.
Then you explode!
Okay. We're
Can
getting
you
a little
imagine
carried
trying to refract laser through water? Terrible plan!
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay. Thank you. You have been very helpful.
Ugh, don't let it get around. People will start asking me for shit.
Hey, this was an equal exchange. I gave you information you didn't have before.
Oh, you bet there was equal exchange. It will be more equal later and I will tell you how, but maybe on closed line.
Okay. All right, I gotta go.
Have fun, try not to die. Or if you
Okay.
do, take people I hate with you.
You got it, babe. And I'll hang up.
Great.
And I will return and I will share information.
You return back into the room and share the relevant, salient bits of that conversation with the rest of the group. Everybody takes a moment to let this absorb. And I think while we, the players, also let this information absorb, we're going to take a very brief break. So please stick around. We are going to be back very shortly. We're going to grab some snacks, maybe use the bathroom. I might print a map. And then we will come back for a little bit and see how the team wants to face this new information and this horrifying revelation. We will see you in a bit. Everybody, we have an intern in tonight. I say we make the joke or whatever, but no, our friend Caroline is very graciously sitting in and hitting the buttons because most of our regular TDs are either sitting at this table or out on work. So truly, thank you, Caroline, for being here and pushing buttons. It's one less thing that we're having to do from the table here. And there are so many things we have to do at the table here because y'all have determined that this job is probably sus.
Yeah.
And is bad, one might say.
Yeah.
So, you've gotten some information from Prisoner 13. And so, kind of confirming a few suspicions and maybe providing a little extra context for what might be going on here. Was there anyone else that you wanted to reach out to try to get additional information? Is there anything else you want to do? Stuart's going to go do some shopping and get some stuff. We're gonna kind of roundtable this a little bit. You have a couple of days to try to get this together. Not the least of which being that you guys, based on the little bits you've picked up, what you've heard about the rumors kind of going around in the underground, from your watch context, and then what Prisoner 13 told you. It seems like you guys have the most direct actual, like, lead on
Okay.
getting to this. So I'm going to say, like, you guys feel like you have not a massive amount of time. Unfortunately, you do not have, like, a month to do a full training montage and level up a huge number of times. But you have enough time to do some shopping and maybe reach out to some of your additional contacts for other information or for backup.
Are we able to get a hold of Bev?
Roll me a luck check.
19 again. Ooh. Okay. Look at that luck.
Burn it all now.
Yeah.
Sorry, 19. What does Bev have? You are able to get a hold of Bev.
Great.
Bev is on the material plane.
Beautiful.
The information you get from Bev is not great.
That tracks.
And the reason why is because I guess you're contacting Bev through Priscilla. And remind me what specific things, if
It was
anything, you wanna
about
ask
the wizard.
The tracking
shit.
device.
specifically about the tracking device. Is there anything else you were asking in this, or were we just starting from there? Again, I'm hand waving this, and you guys would have had time to craft
Maybe-
some messages,
Yeah.
ping to different people.
Maybe also ask if maybe also ask if Bev is receiving if the Golden Vault
Missives.
messages are weird for Bev as well.
Great. The word you get back from Bev is unsettling. Bev and their entire team are currently in hiding.
Oh.
They got sent on a job that was clearly a setup and nearly got killed. They now believe that the job that they were sent on did not come from the Golden Vault, but came from someone pretending to be the Golden Vault.
Okay.
I think Priscilla, once she gets this information, will check in with you about whether it's time to start disseminating that she knows that is extremely likely, or if you want to play that close to the vest, what you all know. Based on everything in the description I got, there was island, mission, middle of nowhere, did not have full information, infested with sea monsters, island full
I was
of...
gonna say piranhas, yeah.
No, water's full of sea monsters. The island itself seemed to be populated entirely with, exiled extraplanar entities who were guarding some sort of strange artifact, something that was not what was actually going on. They were able to teleport out at the last minute using old Golden Vault business cards, but then people started showing up, coming after them, so they've all gone into hiding.
Oh no. Yeah, so that's the kind of trap I'm talking about walking into. But yeah. It's fine.
You all are sitting hunkered down at the bar when the door suddenly busts open and you see a bunch of students celebrating their finals attempt to enter the room as we just got a raid from the lollygaggers. Hello!
hello.
Welcome in! We're learning some really disturbing information about the not Golden Vault. The not so Golden Vault. Right as you arrive, Taz, you're quickly able to have your bartenders kind of round them up to another room and be like, "This way to the party room," and sequester them into a
Gemma
demi-plane or
joins
something.
Yeah, I
Dave
have
scoops you out like, no.
No.
We can party later once we figure out the whole people trying to murder us plan.
Okay. You don't want what they're drinking. They have horrible taste.
I don't need anything fancy.
It's Schlitz.
Are you?
It's not that it's fancy. It's
Do you
that it's
have cave
vile.
juice in that right now?
I'm not drinking the cave juice. I'd be in the corner if I was drinking the cave
Just
juice.
checking. God.
You got any of that cave juice though?
You do not want the cave juice. I mean,
I don't want the
you're
cave
fine.
juice. I think it'd be funny though. No, the kids have just had a rough week. I don't want to do that.
They won't be buying more drinks if you give them cave juice.
Yeah,
They won't
are not good
remember.
at, they're not good at paying their tabs to begin
To
with.
say they won't remember if they did or didn't buy drinks
Yeah.
if you give them the cave juice.
This is for our entertainment, which is worth every penny.
Okay.
You spike the kids' jungle juice with some cave juice.
just a little bit.
Just
Nothing too
smidgen.
crazy.
Just enough to make them real sleepy and less destructive. It's nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. But yeah. You were discussing this job seems bad.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Okay.
What
How-
a downer.
Somebody else, because I've made sure I'll roll a bunch of them, somebody else roll me a luck check. Because it's fun to roll dice.
13.
13. You don't get a message back from Scipio. You get a message back from his husband. That is the it is a personalized out of office. It's the like, hey Sil, he's gonna be out for like another 2-3 days. Send over the info, and when he wakes up, I'll pass it on. So you can have him, if you want to, like send the box to him in his like weird little like Feywild demi pocket.
We've got
He will take
four
a
and a
look at
half
it.
of them.
Well, we only
Right.
have one extracted, though.
Do we send him in the tracker?
That's the question.
No.
Well, if we send him a box, it's going to be
We're sending
tracked.
him a tracker.
I can tell them to come here. We can leave one here for them, and they can go. Well, not here directly here, but like this plane here.
Oh, I mean, if it's in a college town, it might as well be in Siberia. Like, that's,
that's
totally fine. Yeah.
Honestly, if we need to get rid of any of these, best option probably just start slipping them into students' bags.
That's a great
Reverse heist.
reverse heist.
Reverse heist.
We could always leave one at that terrible museum that you all had to.
Oh my god, the Varkenheim Museum.
that
We had nice
curate-
scarves.
I mean, like that curator's just awful, but everybody else, though, we just leave one in there. They're
In the
clearly not
mouth
going to
of that
notice
big
what it is.
Bony thing. Yeah.
Just pulling it in right there.
Another reverse heist.
In the toilet tank.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And it all comes full circle back to episode 1.
We just flash forward to us putting it in the toilet tank. Come so far.
We'll clip that so we have a nice ending scene to play if everybody gets TPK'd. It's fine.
Beautiful.
Great.
The ending of our hearts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not the ending of our hearts, but like the ending.
The ending
Yeah.
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 that we all wanted.
Yeah.
Christy's like, why am I here?
Happening right
Not
now.
the ending of our hearts as in like the heartbeat, but
The heart
in the,
stopping.
Like, the
Yeah,
one-
no, that's the
As
TPK
in-
that I'm going to roll for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was the eventuality we were just planning for, FYI. So it would, in
Yeah.
fact, be the ending of our hearts.
Yeah.
Physically
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay. So,
All
anyway,
right.
How long
this-
does it take to get a spell rot tattoo?
Depends on which spell you're writing.
Okay. Never mind. It's fine.
I will say that you probably have hookups for people who can do it potentially faster.
Okay.
Do
But
you
let me
want
know
this
what you're
armor
looking
out of
into.
This spell?
I'm looking for a third
Yes.
level spell.
Do you want this bracelet?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're willing to pay extra to expedite it.
Sorry.
no offense taken. I've
I
got
would
these
let- I
weird
would let you-
earrings.
I would let you get it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Wait, is it actually?
you can make this decision between weeks, and we can.
Okay.
You don't have to make it right now. But,
Yeah, if you tell me how much it is.
I think I would go with same. So I'm gonna go with similar to scroll inscription rules, where it's gonna be spell cost plus labor. So for a third level spell, is it anything wildly crazy, or is it something that's relatively easy to find?
It's on my spell list.
Oh, that's fine. It would be 250 for the base spell plus what would wizard rules be? It's 50 GP per level, so it'd be 400 total. Okay. For 500 you can get it expedited in the time.
We have so many books you can sell right now. I know you don't want to, but like, there's definitely some dummies in there that you're not going to need.
Oh, after you sort through all the books, you find that like half of them are like really cool, interesting like history and like magical tomes, and half of them are just straight up like collector's edition vintage porn.
Oh.
That checks.
Yeah, it
Nice.
does.
So you could absolutely just sell that stuff and like make a butt ton of money. Like it's gonna go to collectors,
I was gonna say there's a bunch
or you can keep it.
of college kids back there looking for a classy
These are
dirty
mint
time.
condition, though. I feel like.
Oh, I'm sure we can.
Oh, I mean,
I'm sure we can find some pervy librarians who
Yeah.
will actually pay us
They'll
top dollar
pay.
for that. Students don't have any money.
Yeah, they're not going to pay very much.
no, the students are getting a pay.
Can we just slip them one?
Oh, you're talking about more of a like.
We're the library.
Oh, I like the
For
way you
charge.
think. You do have a lot of back rooms.
Yes.
I see what you're going for.
Mm,
That's very clever. That's very
you are
clever.
very smart.
Just a little rental.
You are very smart.
Yeah. I know. Why do you think I have very little money and no assets?
I don't know.
I thought that had to do with the insane vault that you've got like 19 feet below this bar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I clearly don't either. You're right.
Amazing.
Uh,
What else do we need to do to prepare for this very, very, very trap job?
We need an axe. A really big axe.
Sorry, say
It's a
that one more
good
time.
Start.
An axe.
Okay. Like,
Like Huey's axe?
yeah.
Yeah, like huge axe.
Should we,
Do we just need
should we
Huey?
just
And
take
Huey. We should bring Huey with us.
Oh,
I would recommend possibly adding at least one more to your party if possible.
and
And
text Huey?
yeah, you message Huey like, "Hey, we've got a job. It's bad?" Question mark.
Yeah, you gave us a fun time. We're gonna give you a bad time.
Like highway to hell.
You get a text.
Literally.
yeah.
You get a text that you can, despite the fact that it is text, you can read with the inflection of "Hell yeah, count me in." So you know you'll be able to grab him for
Great.
later on. Is that I would recommend that you consider now. Maybe you don't have to reach out now, but maybe consider now if there's anyone else in your vast Rolodex of people that you have helped in the past, or at least not pissed off in the past, who you might want to put on alert for you
Not the frog
or
guy.
ask questions of. You know, maybe sending out some messages now so that by the time you get back, if you do come back with an ancient evil artifact that everyone is going to try to destroy, you have some people who can come help you, I don't know, not get dead while it's in your possession and or destroy it.
Does anybody have Pig Mayor's contact?
I was just like,
I owe Tiana Wren so many drinks now. We had bets going on who the first NPC people tried to contact was, and I think she had Pig Mayor.
Well, it can't be guy I ruined life of with frog. So
No.
I mean, it can be technically. You know where he is.
It could be.
he did have a very fancy boyfriend.
I already.
oh, we could get the boot.
the boo could help us.
Never mind, we're square. I had food on mine.
You need a bingo card.
Yeah.
We made one. We had a 6-hour drive back from
So we
LA.
want to get in touch with Dollar Store Dave.
Yes.
Okay.
I was. Do we actually
Actual
have
Dave
contact?
chokes a little bit because you want to contact the. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad idea. I just wasn't expecting it.
He'll probably say
Oh,
no.
that
but-
was foolish of you because I thought of it a while ago, but I just couldn't remember if we actually had a way to contact him or not, or if we.
You have his number.
I have his number. I told him to lose my number. But
then
get
you
a
got
number in
it.
return.
Yeah.
I think he gave it to you. Unless you might have yeeted it off.
I think you
as
did.
Pieced off the.
Does Chaz have
there's
keen mind?
there's old Jason who's a druid.
Wait. I think I have keen mind.
You have keen mind.
Did I see it?
Roll me a life check.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't want to choose any of my dice. Okay.
Would you like one? Ah! You can have one of mine.
Wow. It's the same number.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, so sorry. I rolled a 3.
Okay, you remember about 3 of the digits.
It's 867.
Yeah.
What's the rest? What's the rest? What's the rest?
I think there was a 5,
Uh-huh.
maybe a 3.
Okay, 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0. Okay.
Oh, I would have called that an O.
9. 9.
9.
Let's go with 9.
Okay.
That seems like a good number.
We'll get a random person. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, they might be able to help. Who knows who's going to be at the other end of that call?
Right.
Hopefully not Jenny.
I'll just say, Taz, you have a
Jenny is actually the most fearsome warrior.
I say, Taz, you have a sudden flashback to your college roommate Jennifer, who was a very strong a barbarian with a high adept in arcane magic, and you suddenly wonder why you haven't talked, and maybe you should get together for drinks.
Hey, I pull out my Rolodex. Jenny.
Pigmare, the boot, Dollar Store Dave.
This is dangerous,
Jason.
because you guys are coming up with characters that I didn't even expect, many of whom will be useless.
If by that you mean we're scrolling through our previous session notes and just calling out NPC names, you are correct.
Well, I mean,
my
I'm
God.
proud of you. I've got an entire week to go back and
Elephas.
forget who everyone is.
I mean,
Elvis the bear man.
he's already.
Oh, what about that guy
We already
from?
pinged him.
What about that guy from Poker Night?
Yes.
Yes.
Which one?
Cartraga.
Do I owe him money?
Not at this point. Part of your rehab was squaring up your debts, so you don't owe anyone money.
Cartraga?
Cartraga.
I don't know who that is.
There's
I
an
forgot.
apostrophe in there.
I don't remember who that.
Which one was
know.
the Twink Wizard?
No.
No, we have one in this campaign.
No, we
too.
also had one in this
We have one in
campaign.
campaign too. I'm not just making callbacks to our own
Was
games.
this the job that I wasn't there for?
This was, I think that was the
It
guy
was so
in
many
the,
that I hadn't accounted for.
that was also in the axe one. It was the two of them were fighting internally at the magic school.
Oh.
I don't remember what his name was. There was a wizard that was punching stuff, and the wizard that was like, "Man, don't ruin my stuff." We don't want that guy.
No. Can we call Glitch? Maybe Glitch has friend?
Which
Well-
one was the wizard school?
That would be Axe from the Grave.
The magic music school.
Oh,
Skullrings
right,
Conservatory.
I
Same
would
as
like.
Pigmare.
Same as Pigmare, same as Juju.
Right,
Terrified
that's
Frog.
Joster, who's the incubus. That was
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
pinky
yeah,
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
I was gonna say, I think
yes.
it was Joster was the
Because it-
Twink Wizard.
I kept making Joster the mighty jokes.
I was
Yes.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um
The After Dark is going to be wild as we just go through, and I have to remember who half these people are. 'Cause I made a list of all of the most powerful NPCs you guys have befriended, and so far you've listed none of them.
We don't remember anything.
What about those two displacer beings?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You
Ignatius-
bypassed them by being invisible the whole time.
Ignatius Inkblot.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's
You accused him of murder! He's not going to help you!
accuse him of.
I don't know. He seemed to have pretty loose morals.
Yeah. Well,
What about the was there a very powerful person in the intern killing module?
intern.
There's the...
Oh my god! You weren't there for that. Yeah, it was a bunch of wackos on this job.
They were
And
cultish.
They were
You mean they
college
were a cult?
cultists.
Cults.
They were
No, I mean
interning.
the people on the team were a little.
free.
Minwoo
with-
was there.
I mean, you guys did have a pretty good rapport with the Nothic.
Nothing. Yep. Uh-huh.
Oh, what about Zaloan? Zaloan, the giant. The giant. Can you put
Zeloan?
Yeah, can you put the things down for a minute? Please?
He's technically extremely dead.
No, I know. Dang.
So
I was just looking through all of those guys too, but they're all in the gang that we kind of destroyed their whole
Dang it.
operation.
What is the name?
So,
I am gonna. Well, I mean, I'm gonna give you this one. You guys technically aren't enemies with Vidorant's gang.
That's true.
But she's just gonna want to sell it.
That's awesome.
okay, but the afterwards
And-
doesn't matter. We just have to keep it out of somebody else's hands.
My girlfriend would get mad at me.
How would your
How would your
girlfriend feel
girlfriend
about
find
you if
out?
you were not alive anymore?
What about Deva
Fine,
Guard Dude?
probably.
Which one?
She's very
Deva Guard
self-sufficient.
Dude. We just
How?
kicked his ass
Oh,
a
if
little.
your
No,
girlfriend was
you-
also not there.
I don't think he counts as friendly.
Oh man.
Okay, so technically Vidorant, I guess we can put her on the list.
This has really turned into just like a greatest hits.
What is the name of the gnome that we saved in Talkworks?
Tixie Talkworth.
Tixie
Talkworth.
I mean, obviously, Elephas and Zorhana we can harass also.
Well, what's Hyacinth doing right now?
You can message him. Last you saw, he was taking
Devin, how's the butter?
Did you find any spectral camels?
What are space camels like? Send pics.
I legitimately do not have any
Pics. That's actually a good idea. I'd like to know.
notes past the last 3.
My earliest notes somehow are
Yes?
Pygmare.
Pygmare.
Are my
Pygmarian.
My earliest notes.
Pygmare is the first time I worked with y'all.
So weird.
At the,
I think I have some in my other binder that I.
At the risk of regretting asking this question, but based on the information we do have, any of you guys got, like, I don't know, family or friends with connections to the Hells or the Elemental Planes?
My mom's still not answering, so
What about the other one?
The other mother?
she's probably a little.
Whoa.
I'm just I'm gonna send you like yet another unanswered text messages to mom. That's like hello, and then to mother. Just like, what's the cheekiest emoji?
The one that's like,
No, not the ha 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 ha. Yeah, that one though. The one that's like nah.
Okay.
What's up?
You instantly get back a photo.
Oh, of space camels.
No,
Oh.
of a hand holding what looks like the shattered pieces of a hag's eye. And it is followed by a you left before they were done. Everything okay?
hey, what? You okay with it?
Yeah.
That's what a nat 20 on mother gets you.
Just send back like thumbs up. Yeah, let's not touch that.
Were you hurt?
No.
Exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark.
No. Everyone's fine.
Ellipses done, ellipses done, does not send anything else.
Great.
Uh,
Nope. Nope. No.
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 Okay.
Fascinating. I mean, I think that's about tapped out my knowledge of people.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
send a message to Petey. Hey, Petey.
yeah.
You know anybody in the Hells?
What about that one bitch that was like super into you guys after the casino?
Oh, the casino.
What? To be honest, that whole thing was kind of a blur. Sebathany?
Yeah, sure, something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
There's like, I don't know,
Bathroom bitch.
you've done like, there was like a bunch of tieflings too, right? Didn't you like,
Yeah.
you did the job for
Yeah.
a tiefling?
Yeah.
Unionize them.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like they were all from the Hells, weren't they? What about the tieflings?
Okay.
She was a tiefling, they was tiefling.
Yeah,
She just
yeah.
seemed like a different kind of tiefling.
Oh, yeah.
And
go
she
to the
keeps sending
casino.
you like cards at all holidays, which is weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Yeah, she's nice though. Okay.
Happy June 7th.
It's the fiery fire festival in the Hells. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I remember Firefest 1 went real bad.
You know, today is IRL that we're airing this June 9th, which is, as we all know, Clue Day.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
the day upon which the events of the movie Clue take place.
Oh.
Yeah. It's nice.
You know, somebody brought some brown mold to the fire festival, and it was a disaster.
That makes sense.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Why would you do?
I don't know why you would.
Actually, I don't ask why anyone going to a festival does anything. To be perfectly frank, that seems safe and fair.
Hey, Petey,
Yeah.
are you good at fighting?
Can you round us some kids to come with us?
I mean, I do have an army.
Oh, Stuart!
I mean, I do have an army of orphans in my command, but most of our fighting is more in the like petty bitch way.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna work for me.
You mean like actual like swords and stuff?
Yeah.
What about that like hot paladin lady?
Oh my god, I totally forgot her name. What is her name? That's not. No, that's the wrong campaign.
That would be Neves.
Neves with the big shield and it has gold thingies in it. And it's like
Yeah, I don't know nothing about her. I just know she was real hot.
what is that thing? Stained glass.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
In a shield?
You guys were there for that too?
Feels really
I
practical.
wasn't there for that one. Sorry.
This is like the worst day for me to be remembering things. I just worked an 11-hour shift.
It's not your fault. This got so out of hand that now it's just really funny to do this all on camera instead of as the app. Like this is like halfway between game and After Dark because I don't think we want to move too much further forward.
probably
but this
not.
is all actually like useful prep work.
yeah.
So I'm fine with doing it as content. It's also just really funny to watch the bingo card that Tiana and I made fill up slowly, and then me being like, "Oh crap, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about old Jason, young Jason. Not bad."
Old Jason, young Jason, very important.
Would that king guy help us?
He is very much in your debt, so he might.
Dude. I don't remember
Which-
his name.
King Jaros of Galasine.
That guy. So King Jaros of
Galasine.
Sane? Yeah. He'd probably help us. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so there was this Galasine, right? It's all like glass and stuff.
Oh yes, the city of glass.
Yeah. So there was this advisor who like really wanted to take over, and she did some necromantic stuff, and then
Bad idea.
yeah, grabbed the heart of the king and like kept it alive, but then everything was also turning into ash, and it was like all Shadowfelly and stuff. And then this lady with a big shield and her armor had like stained glass on it. It was very cool. And what?
It's just really impractical.
What? I don't know how
really
it works.
good.
That's
You don't get
of
touched.
all the people you've met and the jobs you've done. That's the thing you hung up on being in practice.
Glass is armor.
But it's pretty. Anyway, so everybody that was born in the city couldn't leave the city. Or no, everybody who was in the city at the time that the thing happened couldn't leave the city. But she wasn't there when the thing happened. So then she came to ask us for our help. And then we went in there and we had to, like, the whole castle was falling apart. And then we had to steal the heart of the king and keep it alive. And then, yeah, we did it. And there was a cart chase. It was really...
You went on some fascinating adventures while I was off, like, schmoozing with Feywild nobility and being bored out of my mind. I'm a little bummed that I missed out on this.
Yeah, you would have loved it. It was really pretty. I mean, after everything got fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Goes without saying.
yeah. So anyway, that king dude really, like, owes us big time. Because he's alive now, and he wasn't before.
Dear King Dude.
Dear king dude. So that guy. Wow.
I had forgotten about the cart chase that happened. Well, such great parallels between the two level 8 modules that were both heart themed and had a lot of similarities with carts and OSHA violations left and right.
Yeah.
Not OSHA violations.
Well, not after you came in and pointed out the error of their ways.
Yeah. Fools.
Cool. You spent some time coming up with a list of possible contacts who you could reach out to, messaging some of your more immediate folks to see who you can get a hold of.
Vlad.
You message Vlad, you message Huey, you message Risha. you message Minwoo, who has been almost as bad at replying to texts as your mom has. You've at least heard from other people that he's alive and around and working, so, like, it's more that he's probably out of minutes on his prepaid cell phone. It's not his bad. Yeah. Stuart, while they're coming up with this list of possible contacts, you're able to do some shopping. You grabbed some spell scrolls and you got those transcribed.
Yes, I bought a scroll of Thunderstep and a scroll of Vampiric Touch and transcribe them. I have the scrolls left over if anybody's a wizard. If anybody's a wizard who wants to transcribe these into their spellbook.
I am not a wizard. Unfortunately.
Or if you want to just cast it as your spell.
I mean, definitely keep those scrolls for emergency casting.
Can I have my armor back of this back once
Yep.
you're done with it? Great.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to use it.
Aw. And anything that you didn't purchase, you're able is stuff that Sloan has, and you're able to transcribe Sloan's runes and translate them
Thunder Wave.
into your wizard's spell book. Does anybody else, while we're kind of doing the wind down version of this, just real quick, does anybody else have any other equipment that they know off the top of their head that they want to get? Anybody else they want to talk to in scene? Otherwise, I know this is the slightly unconventional, but I don't think anyone's going to be mad if we sort of leave you all for this evening, wrapping up some plans, getting some contacts, sending lists of last minute, like, hey, Huey, can you stop by CVS on your way over here and pick up this?
We need Gatorade. Lots of Gatorade.
Yeah. You're sending out messages to various possible allies and contacts to see if they can provide assistance. I will make a note for myself, and you'll get some of that at the top of next week of it. Just like people who may be able to get back to you and offer you, like, no one's going to come with you. I want to be clear. But they can offer you some, like, here's what we can do for you, like, when you get back, or here's a resource potentially. And I think the place that we end you with is you kind of like finishing up this inventory, gathering stuff from your various hidey holes and vaults, all of your like secret weapon stashes, any extra scrolls and things, putting businesses in the capable hands of others, and preparing to reach out to your apparent contact, this Arcanoloth, to get this map and venture, guess, into the hells to find an ancient, wondrous artifact of pure and indulgent evil. Thank you all for joining us this evening as we kick off our final module in Keys from the Golden Vault. This is very exciting. We are finishing a book. It's been like 2.5 years running. We are not, in fact, the first people on YouTube to ever finish this book, but we are close to the first. There are not a lot of other major playthroughs out here. The one that I did find played each of these modules in a single game, which is also cool and a feat in and of itself, but it's fun to see the differences in how people are approaching this. I hope y'all are having a good time watching us merge our homebrew and character backstories in with the written module. We are going to do a brief after dark. Not everyone is sticking around because some folks have puppies that they have to go take care of and early mornings that they have to go to sleep for. But those of us who can't stick around will stick around for a little bit longer in the after dark for our Patreon patrons, and we'll possibly talk about some of the stuff that's in the module, possibly go through more NPCs, maybe just shoot the shit about weird home game stuff that keeps creeping into what's happening. Before we get to that, while you're still here, Starter Set Summer School is up and running. We will be back on Saturday with episode 2 of Our Tales of the Valiant. Thomas will be in the DM chair, and it will be most of the GDS group playing, I believe. So that'll be fun. We will be back here next Monday with Golden Vault. There's going to be more summer school coming up. I know we're doing Rune Quest in a couple of weeks. We've got other things on the table that we got to just work out timing for. Please leave a comment on one of your favorite YouTube videos. I'm super accessible if you want to ask me questions about this game, either in Discord or on the YouTubes. And most of all, just thank you for being here, and we will see you all next time. Good night!